This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down now, it's Jones. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
31's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Box it.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Kareem Martin in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On the return, it's Tate. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Switch. He's coming. Double up.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, you got D? Check.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
15 line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Right now, you got 58. That's what I do.
Now it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Back north.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
30. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Switch up, switch up.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Jones has it, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Green Bay.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field.
Hey, wahoo! You can get it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill.
Get it.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He completes it to Tate. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Echo. Ready.
Now Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Hit it.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustmts.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Go. Check next one. Here we go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Yeah, baby.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
On second down, it's Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Well, he's going to go for it all. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 50, plant.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Big dribble.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finds his tight end Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
he certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like when I said that,
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's going to be a long day.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got to completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the posts. Go up 2 scores.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
They'll go with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Ready up. Look. Squeeze.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. No. Off.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's Gallman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 16 yards, a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Check, 42's the mic.
On 4th down, Jones. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Jones. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9.